What's going on? It's Mike Rich with the Rich Standard. This could be a quick video, just basically going over the markets, give y'all some tips and tricks when it comes to passing prop firm challenges and also just becoming a swing trader, a more dynamic and mentally focused trader. And yeah, just document this journey overall and foremost. This is what this video is for, mainly to document, but I hope you get some information out of this video. So if you didn't check out my last video, I was just explaining that I'm back. I had a lot going on in my life, so I did fall off from recording and everything else with the markets, and business was shifting, had a whole lot going on, so I'm back. And I got a whole lot of videos that I'm going to be sharing with you guys relating to family, lifestyle, trading. I'm gonna get into some more business topics, consulting and government contracting and things like that as well. But for now, let's get into this video. All right, so I took a trade. I executed a trade yesterday actually on US 30, the Dow Jones, for a long position. I'll start off because I know people really want to see what this is all about. I got a new funded account with GOAT Funded Trader, step 2, 100K account. We took one trade yesterday with 2 positions, and we brought in a $5,000 profit from there. Like I said, it was one trading day so far. So this is one trade. I still got 2 days left that I need to put on the record, and I need to make 2,500 to actually go to the next phase. We got this account last Friday on the 16th. Today's Thursday. So let me break down how I made this $5,000 from one trade. So if you're watching this at the time that this video drops, you most likely seen what the hell happened in the markets already. Everybody went through a frenzy. Dow Jones dropped, S&P dropped, trillions of dollars left the market in one day. So let's go over this real quick. Sunday open. All right, we had a gap going into Martin Luther King's birthday holiday. And that would actually caught my eye to take a US 30 trade. The market was just falling and falling into Tuesday, and then Wednesday it shot up. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. This specific position here, I wanted to take this trade and execute it, but I couldn't because it's not part of my system. The old Mike would have done that, but this isn't part of my system. And I'll go back into why I want to execute this later. So just to show you my positions here, delete this. I had got in one position right here, where price kind of showed its hand with this long shot out. So bulls are in the market. I seen that price was coming back down here, and then wicking up, so I got into the market here. That's my first order. And then about an hour later, I got in again. Once it tested these highs again, I got in it, because I said if it's coming back here, it most definitely is going to come back here, and it did. All right, so I'm gonna try to keep this as clean cut as possible for you guys and for documentation reasons as well. So I'm gonna delete that because the gap is clearly closed now. I'm gonna tell y'all why I wanted to get this position here. So zooming in, we have a gap here for people that probably don't notice it right now. We have a major gap, not major, but minor. I didn't notice it until after the fact. So this zone, the market came back here to actually close up this gap here, right? As you can see, and then shot back up. Now, I've been in the market for a couple of years, so I have my own experience and understanding why I would take certain trades and what makes sense to me for me to actually jump into the market. So when I seen this leg here on the 4 hour, I said, okay, usually, not all the time, but the market, if it's gonna show a bullish reaction like that, sometimes it's gonna have another bullish reaction right behind it, right? It doesn't happen all the time. Like I can show you right here, it doesn't happen. Right here, it happened. Right here, it didn't. Also, you know, it doesn't happen all the time. But with me noticing that we have a major imbalance in the market and noticing this big candle right here, I said, all right, it's basically indicating to me it's go time. We're going. It's time to go. So that's why I had to jump into it, put my stops low, got back in, put another stop for break even, and then we just went up. Me personally, I could have held this trade, but I closed out here. I'll give you my exit strategy as well. So my original TP was here, right where the gap closes. But I noticed that price was okay. You know, price was pretty good. You know, I just wanted to see the momentum of price keep going. So this candle is actually where I got out at. So let's drop down so you can see how it looks in real time. Well, what I was looking at in real time. I dropped down to the 1 minute chart. And I had originally put my stops here, right here, because I noticed price went up, and then it made me a little lower low right there, and then it went back up again right there. So my thing was, all right, if price goes back lower than here, I'm out. I don't have a need to stay in this trade any longer. You know, I did what I needed to do in this trade. It went up to about $6,000 or $670, almost $6,700. Came down, I closed with $550. All right, that's 1 day of trading. I'm gonna take it. We're gonna move forward and look for another position. But that's basically what happened and how I caught this trade and executed my first trade on this new account. And I'm just looking forward to get to phase 2. Now they are doing something, think buy now, pay later or whatever, or pay later if you pass or something like that. They gave me this account as well to trade on. Now, if I would have used this account, I would have already had passed the challenge. But with this account, I don't think I would have leveraged the way I did, because this is a phase 1 account. I don't want to use the leverage that I use for a phase 1 account. I mean, for a 1-step account, because this is just a 1-step account. So if I would have made that, I would have been having a funded account with 100K as well right there. But we're exactly where we need to be. So this account is almost where it needs to be to get to phase 2. And that's that. Here are the open positions here. Well, where's that? My first position and then my second position. And yeah, pretty much it was just a good trading day, a good execution for the week with so much noise. You know, the market is noise. Honestly, when this happened, all you can hear was the market's this, that, the market's that, this. We're going through a recession. This is worse than 2008. But I'm like, this is bad. Yes, this is bad. The market is bouncing the way it did. And I said, all right, I'm gonna just wait for the bounce and just try to ride it up. And it showed me clearly what I needed to do. So the only tips that I really have for inspiring traders or traders that want to get into swing trading primarily, or traders that just not trusting their system or whatever, follow your system, right? Trust the experience that you went through in the years that you have been in these markets, right? Because experience beats a lot of people, right? And it's a you versus you game. So trust your system, trust the experience that you have in the market, and always understand, I'm always preach it, swing trade. Hold the trade. Don't try to be the ones to be in and out. If you're successful in that, congratulations. But if you're watching my videos, you most likely are interested in swing trading or a new form of trading. We're just trying to figure out trading in general. So that's all it. I just want to document my experience and getting back into the market, because baby, I'm back. And I appreciate you for joining and, staying this long and actually seeing what's going on. It's Mike Rich, Standard, out.